him play his Phoenix and his Bat Rider in the off lane, he usually tends to just dumpster the game super hard and win super fast. So this is interesting because they switched it up on them, right? Because they saw this Enigma, they picked this Alchemist, they're like, gotcha. Oh wait, now I'm not laning versus Eidolons with an Alchemist Acid Spray. I'm laning versus Phoenix Phoenix Fire Spirits and stuff. So let's see how the dynamics of lanes end up going down, and yeah, let's see what the hell Mirana does.
That's exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. We had a super fun game one. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're going to be set for another fun one here. Have fun indeed, as Pure calls to be had. We certainly will. And I know you lads and ladies at home will as well. What have we got going on?
This will be the test. If 9 class, if they lose, Whitemon is benched off the techies, because 9 class will have won 3 techies games in a row, and Whitemon loses.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, so at least for 9 class's perspective, he's got someone to blame this loss on if they do end up not managing to make it happen. So he'll feel good, win or lose it.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh, this is this is gonna be such an interesting game. I'm really looking forward to see what builds we get. Does the Mirana even get to do anything? I don't know. That's first thing that I'm gonna ask. Is this gonna be a game where they just get kind of rolled over, or is this gonna be a really cool, interesting kind of crazy game where BZM's doing some nut stuff?
See, in terms of the build, at least what he's been going for in pubs, he just goes for the Bracer, Treads, Mage Slayer, Lightning.
Okay. That's kind of what I figured it would be.
The battle
I feel like it's pretty much the build for a lot of mids right now, nowadays.
Yep.
Mage Slayer, Maelstrom, you're going to have a good time. Yuragi, he's not having a good time.
Dead.
As that'll be first blood for Whitemon, as he'll take that and say, there you go, 9 class. Look at me go. I got this.
And I would say that
take his first blood.
This bottom lane is not easy for the Troll. They have the Enigma, which is overall not, I wouldn't call it like a super strong laner, and they have a very oppressive lane on the side of Tundra. The Marcy plus Death Prophet. And they're going to start it off with killing the range creep right away, so they have a way to pressure Yuragi immediately.
I mean, this was pretty terrifying with the 3 heroes sort of just surrounding both Seb and Yuragi down here. See how much Yuragi can get out of this. So yeah, Whitemon will head up back towards the top to help out Pure. How does this lane sort of go for the Alchemist? Does he have an easy time farming, or can Whisper do a lot to slow him down in the lane?
Oh, Whisper can slow him down. This should definitely be a little bit of a tougher one, even though he's got techies behind him. Phoenix is very strong. Universal hero, when you get items actually built up faster, Bracer, you are hitting hard. Early Blood Grenade. I actually kind of wanted to go for Whisper, it looked like there, but Pure is low.
Level 2, someone's going to get a kill on this top lane, that's for sure.
Yeah, seriously. Everyone's saying very low.
I mean, yeah, so this mid matchup, the Mirana gets the Quap. I feel like it's not going to be easy for BZM, right? This lane, surely Quap has the upper hand.
I would think so. Maybe, like I said, BZM must know something, because I feel like I've seen him do well in a lot of these. He just arrows big creeps, so I mean that's one thing. He just arrowed two big creeps, so he's actually doing very well in it right now. He's getting most of the CS, forces the wave in also. So Topson's forced to go 2 points and scream, because otherwise the wave's just gonna constantly be shoved on him. And he arrows another big creep, so I mean, okay, what do you say, man? Man's a Mirana player.
We'll see how much the spam potential becomes coming out from Topson. But I guess the same is to be said with BZM and those points in Starstorm. Can definitely punch back hard.
Another immediate go. Pure is sitting just low HP. Has to actually pop his stick up. But as soon as Whisper hits 3, this lane becomes very annoying for Pure. Those Fire Spirits really do start hurting.
Bottom lane, 9 class. Was able to get the dispose onto Seb. They're trying to run him down with the Siphons, but the Fairy Fires there. Seb will live.
1
Only
HP.
just down to about. Was it actually down to 1?
It was 1. It was 1.
Top lane. Talking about getting low. Whisper also falling very low in this trade attempt with Whitemon, but they will win it out as they take Whitemon down. Ari and Whisper survive, and Pure's got to be careful. He's also low himself. Ari's going to have Avalanche back up in a few seconds. Conction's there. The dive forward. Whisper with the body blocks as well. Avalanche back up in a couple of seconds. Whisper trying to keep his distance from Pure. The Avalanche is back up. Pure, he's going to get taken out. Whisper will finally fall, but he gets the job done. They're committing his life to try and make sure they can secure that kill on Pure. See if Whitemon can run down Ari. He is going to have both the sticky bomb and the blast off at the ready. So Ari running out of options. Whitemon, who gets the clean. A double kill for Whitemon. Quite the burst of XP and gold for him to be picking up in this lane.
That was wild. Just I can't believe that Whisper actually ends up living with that one hit. I thought he was going to die right before he gets it, but back and forth we go. Good trades going on. And mid, looking at it as BZM is owning, by the way.
He really is. I mean, it has
So cool.
pretty much been the case a few times in this matchup. You know, him and Topson, BZM normally getting the edge. We saw last time around it being the case in game 1. Didn't matter in the long run. Topson was able to pick his game back up, make the moves, make the plays. It's going to be diving in. BZM is going for it with the arrow. He gets him underneath the tower.
Way.
Gives him the high five wave. Goodbye. All right. I mean, this is why they pick it. This is why he wanted to play it. He was ready to just go with it in this mid matchup, and as you say, 25-8 against 16 for 5, getting the solo kill. It doesn't get any better than that for BZM in the start of this lane.
You know what I feel like I'm watching? I feel like I'm watching Topson somebody, but it's BZM getting Topsoned by BZM. Or it's Topson getting BZM'd. This is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, he's
absolutely. Because it's like one other situation, would you see like this Mirana mid, I feel like you'd see some crazy person like Topson do it, but yeah, BZM really crushing. Level 6 already too.
Difficult for Topson to step back up to the lane now. With the 6 being hit, BZM opts to take that 3rd point into Starstorm. If he gets that connection, it's just a huge amount of damage that the Queen of Pain is not going to have a lot of fun withstanding. So this mid lane, this immediately just becomes such a difficult place for Topson to really show up to, unless he gets some sort of support backup. But right now, it seems like the supports have kind of got their hands full with the action on the side lanes.
This Mirana is 1,001, like over almost 1,100 gold ahead.
Yeah.
Because he's just arrowing big creeps as well as getting the entire lane.
Topson turns back up, and in terms of levels, BZM's about to hit the 7. Just getting him with those 2 Starstorm connections. It's half, pretty much more than half of Topson's HP.
He's just sitting on the power runes now too. They actually have to swing 9 class over, but Seb's moving. They're bringing a 3rd. They want to try to get some help here for Topson. He needs it. He's almost 6.
So they can catch him. Getting him with the jump, but BZM's able to turn with the arrow. Ari's here as well, so Tundra, they cannot continue to chase down towards him. Avalanche thrown out to keep Tundra at bay. BZM won't get caught by a dispose. Body clock's here, but he's got one more leap to play with. Blast off's going to miss. Topson, he gets in position over the blink and the Sonic Wave to push back BZM. He'll lose his life, but not before they were able to take BZM down. Seb and Ari also to see quite a bit of damage here coming out from Whitemon. I mean, they've cleaned up 9 class, but once again, Whitemon, he's picking up kills from the top to the mid lane. 5 kills already on this Techies. A lot of action in the mid. The important part being, though, that whilst Topson, sure, he did die again, he did live to get that kill, at least get that involvement on taking down
At least
BZM.
something. Yeah, he definitely wants to survive a little longer, though, just to get a little more XP. He's quite far behind now at this point. But yeah, Whitemon's chilling. He's having the best time ever, 5-1.
Yeah.
MC overall, he's also having a good time, but this troll has actually been able to farm pretty well because of the rotations and everything. I thought Yuragi was going to be under a bit more pressure than the Alchemist. Oh, and did BZM just... Is this a stack from the Queen of Pain that he just stole? I think he did. He just walked in and Starstormed it.
It's continuing to keep quite the lead here. Level 8.
It's level 8 on BZM, and Treads Bracer. Like, Topson has 80 base damage versus 109 with Treads on the other guy.
And top. Now hunting for Pure. Actually going to bring Whitemon in. If the TP over will cause Ari and Whisper to back off a bit from Pure. Tundra maybe seeing if they can take something themselves out of this, but Yuragi's going to make the move through the Twin Gate, and he's ready to turn up to the action. The stun will hold back the two of them. In fact, the blast off follows there from Whitemon. It's not enough damage there to kill Ari. Ari's going to survive. They've killed off 9 class. They'll be able to kill off Whitemon as well. Yuragi getting involved with some great
bottom
as he turns up through the Twin Gate. Down indeed with the rotation from BZM. In onto Mind Control. He's got the siphons to help him out a little bit, but another leap's there, closing the gap. Have they got the right-click damage to bring him out? He's under the tier 1 tower, the Starstorm. Another leaps there. Mind control. He's got no further way out of this. BZM makes the rotation pay off and gets the kill.
My god, that was all the Siphon charge. BZM's actually able to go through because he's already got a Javelin finished up. He has the damage to go through. If he didn't have Javelin, this TP lives. He's just absolutely huge on Mirana. And bypassing even going for that Mage Slayer first. He's just going straight down damage.
Yeah, he's having that good of a start. It's going to pay off.
He did 1,750 damage there chasing the DP. Wow, wow, wow.
Once again, this was the area of the last game where OG did start to pop off. The early game, the laning stage, the early movements.
True.
Definitely where OG was at their strong point. A jump over towards Whitemon. Some will be there, slowing down BZM's attempt to right-click the techies out. Now maybe they'll be able to turn. They get him with the jump. The blast-off's there. They'll punish the Mirana and take BZM out.
Yep, good call, Owen. Little overstep there. And now Tower could also perhaps be in jeopardy. They still have this Exo. The scan actually...
Kiragi's farming around here. Whitemon going to get the sticky bomb connection. Still with some good time left on the Exorcism. They weren't struggling finding the damage. Pretty much Whitemon doing that on his own there with the setup of the stickies.
He's 6 pretty early in this game. That kind of brings everything back to stable there for Tundra. Can't believe they just walk up and get Yuragi like that. That was crazy. 2 cores dead back to back. And Pure doing all of it is still getting pretty okay farm. He's getting slowed down a little, but
they want to try and kill him.
His Chemical Rage is ending.
So they've got the damage, they've got the Supernova. Throw the concoction out onto Ari.
Oh, Marcy's here.
He's able to take out the egg with the Unleash. Whisper to fall. The dispose back onto Ari. There's going to be another concoction ready in a second if Pure wants to see if he can get it thrown back in over towards Ari. And he certainly will. He's cooking it up, throws it out. They keep Pure safe. And 9 class, he gets a double kill.
Very cool. These, I really do think the Tundra 2 supports have been every game for me. The difference makers when they need them to, they come in clutch.
That's true.
This techies, like Whitemon's own in the start of the game, the Marcy now too, they're part of the majority of the kills. It's like 6 on the techies and 2 on the Marcy. They're 8 of the 9 kills.
This whole day as well, in that first series as well, right, against Entity. Yeah. Definitely those two. They completely crushed Entity's supports. Entity, their supports had no game at all, and mainly down to the fact that these two, Whitemon and 9 class, were getting so much done, especially in the early half of the game.
Yeah, that was massive. Like Pure maybe doesn't die there. He can maybe like trickle himself away, but instead of him not dying, they get double kill from this rotation from the Marcy. Level 7 now with phase boots. He's now kind of not a full core, but that's pretty big for the Marcy.
Smoke time from OG. BZM, he still knows how strong he is at this point. He wants to get him involved in as much as he can. A great setup, of course, for the arrow with the avalanche potential of Ari. I want to see if they can find Topson. But Topson actually under the cover of a smoke himself with 9 class as they make a move into the jungle of OG. Maybe see if they can find some of these carries. But Yuragi, he's up top, will show himself as he starts to put pressure onto the tier 1 tower in the top lane.
Hey, Topson's just gone straight Mage Slayer. No boots, Mage Slayer. Now he's got the boots, but...
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's structures are...
They find Pure.
They're around the mid. Pure is indeed kind of on his own. Avalanche.
Arrow misses.
Missing the combo. And I tell you what, it wasn't even close. BZM completely off the mark there with that arrow attempted a follow-up. They've got to bail out of this one. Whisper and BZM on the retreat. Poor old Ari, he's going to get left behind. As the 4 of them will chase him out. See that Whisper and BZM are still teasing with the idea of getting in on this. Ari will go down. They do get 9 class in return. Can BZM and Whisper find anything more? Mind Control turns up. It's a good sonic wave here from Topson, blasting back the 2 of them. The Supernova, it has to be popped defensively in fear that Tundra would chase up to the high ground to try and finish him off. So they missed that opportunity on setting up for that kill onto Pure. They do still get something at the end of the day, but they lose something themselves. BZM and Seb, they're stepping up. The black hole is there, so they have to be careful how close they get to this Enigma. Mind Control stepping up. The Siphons, it's a lot of damage. Seb, drop the black hole, but the damage has been done. He'll fall, does bait Topson into his own death. Mind Control, he's going to pop the Ghost, incredibly aggressive, getting in underneath the tier 1 tower. Whitemon and 9 plus, they're heading over, they're providing the backup to allow him to push beyond this tier 1. They jump forward on towards Whisper. Whisper is going to have the coverage of the avalanche thrown out by Ari, but it doesn't matter. Whisper's out. Double kill for Mind Control as Tundra just run at them ultra aggressive behind the tier 1 there. great heads-up play
I
from
love
Mike
this.
Control, getting him with the ult. He knew that his supports were going to be able to back him up. And, you know, with the supports being on as on form as they have been this series and this day, you know, he gets away with that. He can just go in and go and knows that 9 class and Whitemon, they'll be able to enable it.
These games are so fun. It's 24 kills, 13 minutes. We expected this more from the first game, but now we're starting to see the real chaos of these teams.
All right, Uragi is here, and so is BZM. Exorcism coming to an end. They won't go for more.
What was that, like a
1K lead?
That was like a 2.5-minute sequence starting up top when they missed their arrow combo onto the Alchemist and everything, and then like 4 other spells get missed and everything just gets totally crazy as the chase from top. I mean, wild stuff.
Mid. Not quite able to get it this time. The creeps weren't able to be cleared away quick enough to find a free path for the arrow.
Oh man, that was just too funny. I love when the teams like start all chatting back and forth too. Thompson just says worth when he dies. Oh, good fun. How's Uragi's farm doing on this troll? He is getting closer and closer to Battle Fury, so he'll be able to pick up that pace toward the Alk. Alk has the Radiance though.
Alrighty. So, yeah, so, you know, not the fastest of timings, but
he's got stacks.
decent. It's got stacks, and you're going to start to see Pure get that lead against Uragi in net worth.
Easy, I'm looking for some more aggression here. He's got 4 points in Leap now. Maelstrom's online. They go for MC here. Do they have the...
They've got basically the Malefice into arrows is what they can offer up if they want to try, but it's hard. Even if they get the connection, he's relatively tanky, and by the tier 2, it's going to be in a bit too dangerous of a spot, so OG won't go for it.
And it's interesting to point out, Whisper, he's going just for the... I mean, it's very good as well, too, just Shiva's, but yeah, the Vessel, he's just prioritizing staying away from it versus this. It is a lot of healing. The Vessel's still good this game, but he just wants to get the Shiva's first. Probably just because of... It's just bigger impact overall.
Oh, 9 class. He's going to be chasing down Ari. Ari, not a lot of ways out of this one. Whitemon, Pure, they're heading over. As, yeah, nothing to be done here. Just a dead Tiny. Goes into the hands of Pure.
They're setting up for top, too. I mean, BZM has to be careful up here.
The opening jump into the silence as well. BZM's just straight up dead.
Oh, wow. 9 class. Hey, okay. Supports. These support guys. What is going on?
9 class and Whitemon. You know what I mean? Whitemon
so good at finding the
turned up
opportunities.
in this game, as you said, from the draft, maybe trying to outclass 9 class with his own techie's performance, but it's hard to do when 9 class is just stepping things up on a different hero, getting the Marcy in, not something that we're seeing a lot of. You know, he wanted to play something different this game. He was sick and tired of 3 games of techies in a row, and he's definitely proving that this Marcy it's fitting him perfectly. He's going to get a really good timing on the BKB, and it will mean that this game, it's not an easy one for Whisper once again to have impact with his ultimates. They're going to have ways to focus this egg down.
And his ultimate's very important in this game too, because he is the majority of the team fight. Like Seb, yes, he provides a black hole, but Seb is fragile. He could just die to, you know, stuff that's going on inside the fight.
Well,
so it's really
linked in for these creeps. Does have a oh! Well, it didn't matter.
Everyone tips.
I mean, you would. Yeah, a few misspells here and there, but you know, sometimes it doesn't matter. Anyway, the fight continues. They catch Ari off the side. Line forward from Whisper. Does have the supernova if he wants to commit with it, but Tundra's able to keep their distance. They back away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But sort of, yeah, Topson and Seb both kind of slipping up a little bit there. Topson with the aggressive blink in for some 3 creeps close to that mid area. And then Seb obviously with the more spectacular miss at the black hole. But it doesn't matter, Topson dies. The job was done by OG.
I love it.
I'm sure he'll hit the next.
He'll hit the next one. Tundra about to hit another big peak timing. Level 12 MC is about to hit, and BKB for Alchemist. So for them, I feel like they've got a pretty good time to be able to fight versus OG. Level 1 egg, I believe, is still only there. Okay, almost level 2. But like you said, that egg, it's not going to be the easiest one for him to land by any means versus 9 class. And 9 class is going to have good timing, not only just on BKB, but even at level 12. Level 2 Marcy is, level 2 Marcy ult is very important as well for that bonus attack speed and punch. Roche, Seb and Uragi trying to sneak it.
Looks like they're going to have a pretty good job at it. Doesn't seem like Tundra's going to have any any idea that this is going on, or at least not any sort of plan to intrude on this area. So this Roche should be a free one for OG.
I think I've seen more sneaky Roshans lately, just because of, you know, Vlad's being so much more popular, but...
Very nicely done. Ragi takes the Aegis, just about a recipe away from having the BKB on top of the Battle Fury as well.
Does need this, though, if they want to look for a fight, right? He needs this Age because they are playing versus a very, very scary Alchemist at the moment. He's got his BKB and his Radiance, he's got his 15 talent, so he's got that Acid Spray giving armor to allies versus a Troll. So for the team fight upcoming, definitely complicated for the side of OG. What item does... Okay, Mage Slayer now also for Thompson. So he's stabilized. Even though he's 0-4, he's actually only 1,000 behind the Marauder.
They go on the mid.
Mid?
They're going to look to try and burst through Uragi. They'll do it incredibly quickly. TP's are going to start
maybe
coming
do it
in.
twice.
See if they can save him on the round 2. Sonic Wave's going to get the pushback. Uragi will manage to get the ultimate off. Concoction holds him back. Ari's into the 3-man Avalanche toss combo. Burst through 9 class. Uragi, he'll still fall though. Ari getting slowed down and chased out here by Pure and Thompson. Tundra, they'll take this fight, and it's not over yet. They get the setup over towards Seb into the silence. They're diving beyond the tier 2 tower. Seb in trouble. He's got no black hole, no way out of this one. 3 dead, double kill for Pure.
They can't fight into Exorcism until they have quite a bit more items. MC's just way too strong. He can just walk right through them. And it's even before he has the Shivas finished now too. Uragi just a bit too over-aggressive there. I don't think he expected all 5 heroes to just be there in that exact moment, but a hot move from Tundra again. 6k lead.
Shadows take us.
And immediately they split up right after they get those plays. Dude, they're splitting up, so they're getting farm all over the map. That BKB for 9 class and 12 is soon going to be there. So OG, can they look to punish off some of this downtime at all?
Trying to catch 9 class by surprise, but not able to do so. His game has begun to slow down a bit. Sure, his farm's still impressive, but after those first few impactful moves that he was able to make with the rotation out of the laning stage, it's starting to slow down a bit. And with these plays continue to come out from Tundra, Thompson's going to be able to catch him back up, as we did see Thompson be able to do also in game 1.
All day today, really. Even all the games that I've seen Thompson even have any struggle, yeah, has caught back up. The smoke, OG, they're trying to punish no DPXO.
Does he want to drop it here? Now, Seb's holding off for it for now. Now look over towards
MC's dying.
He's in with the blast up on towards Seb. Seb is still alive. He's ticking out like the Sonic Wave. Not going to quite reach over towards Seb. Seb's able to get out to the side. The Supernova goes off successfully, and this time they are able to bring them down. BZM with the cleanup, getting both Mind Control and Whitemon with DPS.
Very perfect timing for it too. Exo's not up. They get the perfect catch there. MC's isolated in the front line. They just throw everything onto him.
Uragi's charging in as well towards the triangle area of Tundra.
He's got his BKB coming out. He feels a little bit safer. 15 seconds. DP going to be respawning. And that's going to be with Exo back up. So same thing now for Tundra. They can look to strike back onto the OG, depending on these lane positions. Ag cooldown 75 seconds. Are they looking to smoke up? I see Whiteman's got the 2 smokes up top around 9 class while he's finishing BKB. Yeah, they're making the move to move around the Marcy. Guess maybe they're expecting him to get ganked. OG also making the move.
Oh, Whisper. Trying to start things off. They've got the Gleipnir into the arrow and the Avalanche. That's 9 class out of the fight. Mind Control holding his position between OG and Tundra, trying to force OG back. Ari's going to get left off to the side. The Mind's kicking in from Whitemon. Ari will get blown up. Mind Control.
BZM.
Sure, they want to see if they can maybe get a further catch. They have the Yule set up here. Mind Control, Yule's into silence. 1 leap will go off successfully. Potion thrown out. They've got the dagger in onto BZM. Seb stepping up. He's got the black hole. It's in on a Pure. They're controlling the Alchemist. It's enough to allow Uragi to go to town, take down Pure, and maybe look for more. He's in over towards MC. But he's giving the ult to an end. He's got to be a bit careful. Thompson able to start laying down the daggers. MC is cycling back up. It's not enough. Uragi kills him off, but will fall himself. 3 dead on both sides here. Whisper. Yeah, Whitemon, but jumps back in from Thompson. Thompson still with full HP to play with. There's Supernovas there. Thompson, he can't take this down on his own, so he'll have to jump out. He's up for 3 for 3. Thompson and 9 class could look to get back in on this, but Whisper's got the dive. TP out on the high ground. He'll make it away from him.
Jesus. Who comes out more ahead in this one? It's very, very close. Maybe OG
Yeah, overall it does.
A wild
seems
fight.
to say on the numbers that the slightly favourable gold and such going down there. They did technically get the 4 kills as opposed to the 3 that Tundra got against them. Whisper getting a lot himself. He got at least sort of like 1,200 gold out of that fight. So the BKB is going to be well on its way for the Phoenix. Even easier for Whisper to find these positions to get off some solid supernovas in the midst of the team fights.
And in the meantime, though, Thompson got, what, 3 kills cleanup or so? I think 2 or 3 levels as well, too, so he got quite a bit there, too. But that was the first time I feel like that OG actually fought back versus Exorcism pretty nicely.
Yeah. And now there's no black hole and no supernova. So Tundra, they want to go for a fight.
Absolutely.
Pure tries with the setup. The Moonlight Shadow's there. Hit the scan. They know that they're around, but with the Moonlight, Ari continue to be quite elusive. No detection, of course, on the front line, so Pure won't have any idea of Ari's position. OG, they'll have every idea of what Tundra's trying to do, though. They know that they're running at them, so OG's able to hold back and get back behind the safety of the tier 2.
Good disengage. And instantly, Seb sends Eidolons into the mid. He's going to go kill the Rune. Oh, nice try. Can't quite. Yuragi takes the Tormentor. Nice avoid of the gank there from OG. So not only do they get the ahead, come out ahead from that top plate, they avoid the gank there afterwards, as now they've stabilized the gold down to almost 0. And you're playing versus that Alchemist, so they've got to feel pretty good.
In on the fight, they found BZM, they've got him.
He healed.
9 class. Woo. He will die, but Whisper had to dive in for this attempt. Does have BKB and Supernova if they do go back in onto him, but the blast was there. Can they keep him locked down long enough to stop any of the response? They can't. Whisper able to put the BKB, fusing on top of him. There's the Supernova, but with the BKB,
they're on the egg.
Chemical Rage, he's able to beat down the egg in a matter of seconds. Whisper goes down. Seb sticking down low. Mike dropped the Exorcism up. He's ready to dive tier 2s once again. In he goes under the town with the damage from the Shadow Stroke from Thompson. They take out Seb. This tier 2 is going to be falling as well to the Exorcism. Tundra back to taking these team fights on form. They were ready to force it, and they get away with it massively.
How quickly it turns again. Very, very fast. Just catching BZM in the front. He thinks he's got a kill, but 9 class is the heal. The sidekick. Can't underrate that. And that egg, there's multiple different answers for it, as we see there, too. Pure's just able to hit it. Back to business.
Yeah. And I like this build-up as well for Thompson with this Mage Blade, Witchblade into Hurricane Pike. Very nice item to pick up in response to this sort of Gleipnir setup that BZM wants to be catching. Thompson, you don't want to be boring and have to get some BKB. As long as you can get something that kind of shifts him out of position if the Gleipnir setup's there, it makes it a lot harder for them to land this combo on him, and also allows him to just keep his distance against
he wants
the
to scale.
Troll ever gets on top of him.
Yeah, and he just wants to scale, right? Like he wants to be this right-clicking core in the later stages as well. I've seen Thompson scale all day today, so control over that Roche.
Yeah, he's just going to look for the Parasma and get the Parasma next after the Hurricane Pike.
Yuragi BKB cooldown 10 seconds. Black hole at the ready. No DP ult for 70. That's why OG's.
That BKB from Troll could be crucial. Yuragi's going to head. He's going to get caught by the concoction. They've got him with the silence as well. Seb's going to get jumped first. Yuragi, BKB's available now. See if he's going to pop it. He's holding on for it now. He'll commit with it. He'll look over towards Whitemon, but they're getting kited up, OG. They've lost the 2 supports. Ari and Seb gone. Yuragi will clean up the techies, but BZM will not be able to get back through the twin gate. Yuragi's going to try for the TP out with the Yule Scepters at the ready. They put a stop to his escape. Yuragi, he'll also fall. It's 4 kills here for Tundra. They're even chasing onwards. I mean, MC catching him with the silence, not catching him with the range of the Shiva's Guard as well. So Whisper will manage to sneak out of there. OG, they come looking for a fight. They just weren't quite ready for it though, Paul.
9 class was though. Jumps immediately on Seb, deletes him, pops his BKB, runs to the Tiny, solo kills Ari as well too. So this Marcy effectively deleted both supports inside that team fight. Even though they didn't have EXO available, the BKB, it just was so disengaged and both supports just didn't get to do pretty much of anything. That was actually another wild fight as these supports just do much more than I would have expected. This is really cool plays. I'm really enjoying watching 9 class solo.
The way things are, it feels like once again we're falling into sort of a similar position of a game that OG was held in game 1. They're playing from behind now. They do have decent team fight ultimates, but Whisper gets caught by the jump. And that's one of the ults they're not going to have for 60 seconds. Whisper out for a minute.
And they won that last team fight without Exorcism. Now they'll have the Exo for the push forward here if they'd like to knock on high ground a little bit. Wisdom Rune going to spawn. They'll be able to take down. It's a level 3 Exo. That was very smart. They actually passed that bottle over to MC so he gets it. I mean, so now he's got level 3 Exo.
they had the Moonlight. I wonder if Seb and Ari were maybe seeing if they could try for a play and catch out someone like 9 Class. But 9 Class is not letting it happen. He steps immediately away from the wave. Ari and Seb as the supports, they're trying to get some sort of solo kill potential, but they're just not being handed it. Tundra continue to avoid them.
And the mine scouts them, explodes bottom, so they should be aware of the positioning bottom, and they just get a free rush, and they don't have to use Exo for it. So they'll have Exorcism for the push, and they have Aegis Cheese as well. And a fresh Basher, if I'm not mistaken, for Pure. Getting more and more difficult now for OG. They need the big wombo combo. Again, it felt like in the last game they needed it. In this game, it feels like they're going to need it again to try to bring things back together here.
And it did feel like in the last game, when it was starting to fall into this position, the game, Seb was kind of close to having like the BKB done. It's just not going to be the case this game. He's had to get the other things to try and be able to bail out his teammates, protect BZM, protect Yuragi, so it's the Greaves into the 4-star. Maybe now he can look to go for that BKB, but it's 4,000 gold away or such. It's going to take him some time.
Yeah, at least they have Whisper level 18, so they do have the level 3 egg, but there's just still, there's a lot to go through it. The Alk or the Marcy, if either of them are not controlled for a second, they're going to just delete that egg.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, even sort of...
Even Thompson.
Yeah, he's got that attack
absolutely.
range, he's got decent attack speed as well with the build-up of his items. It's not easy. It's not an easy game for Whisper.
No, not at all, no, at this point.
No. Definitely having a better time than he did last game on his Magnus, no doubt about it. 7-5-11 this time round, but just overall... on the hero that he's on, Tundra, they have built up pretty nicely against it and picked well as well. The Marcy being thrown into the mix, definitely just an added element that does not make it easy for Whisper to find these sort of plays. He has to rely massively on these multi-man avalanches and potential black holes coming in to be able to get off his ultimate.
The fact that this Marcy just had those kills that he got top and stuff and set up to pretty much be that extra core, it is massive. Like, he's got BKB Basher approaching level 18. The supports will die to him. Honestly, even BZM, if he doesn't have a leap up, he's just dead. Like, this Marcy will kill him. So he also has the Nemesis curse, so all in on that damage. Smoke coming in, everything ready.
Thompson leading the way. Smoke will dispel. Ooh. Ari, he's still hovering around though. Well, they try and check for the tree line. They won't find him in the trees, but they will find him on the high ground. 9 Class is heading in, ready to take him down with the Unleash. Ari will fall. Seb, BZM will continue to watch the side. Whisper pops the BKB. Seb's going to get jumped though. Thompson and Pure are in on him straight away. Seb's out of the fight. BZM's also to fall. There's 3 of them dead. And only Ari having the buyback. You know, BZM and Seb, they do not have the availability of this buyback. So Tundra, they're straight into the base. Pure, he's bringing in the bottom lane. Thompson's grabbing the creeps from the top lane. A lot of damage could get done here by Tundra.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I feel like I'm watching a core Marcy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just obsessed with watching. He just literally ran at 3 heroes.
Yeah, they're cruising it right now, and they're ready to go for more. Pure just diving on the high ground. He's ready to make the jump over towards Whisper. Whisper taken out. Yuragi pops the BKB, tries to make more base, but the bashes are there. He doesn't even get the chance upon the ultimate. There's a dive forward for Whisper, but the Yules is there to catch him out. Whisper popped the egg, but they'll be able to pop the egg. They just turn on towards it, right-click it out. It's a dive back from Whisper. Ari's out of the base. He'll get chased down. They might call it soon. As
that might be it.
21k lead. They're running out of potential to be able to hold the defense. Pure, he's ready to try and close it. He's onto the tier 4s.
Oh, they can just end it. They have Exo. Holy crap.
They've got a fortification, sets back up, there is a black hole, there is buybacks available on Ari and Yuragi, but even if they're there, there's 50 seconds, no BKB for Yuragi.
I mean, they'll just die to the Exo damage and the AoE damage that's going on probably. Pure, poking.
See what they can do. First tier 4 to fall. Will they be able to make one final stand here, OG? Here come the buybacks, the Ancients exposed. Ari is in for the toss combo over was 9 Class, they'll catch it.
Okay.
They keep the game alive. Jump forward here with the BKB, trying to find Pure, but Pure's already out with the blink. Even if they catch him once, he's still got the Aegis here for a full minute. Group control onto mind control. Shivas is popped. He is out of there. They keep the game alive, OG, but only just costing them 2 buybacks. They're now 25k behind.
I think Yuragi had, what, 20 or 30 seconds left on it, too, and he's forced to buy because the game's just going to end. And Tundra back up together. 4 heroes positioned on the high ground. Oh, you can't punish more.
Definitely feels like Tundra should have pretty smooth sailing in closing this one up now. Just wait for the next round of Exorcism. Go again. On the side of OG, they know that they cannot allow that to happen. They have to make the move now. They go for the smoke.
They have to make the move, but
this work.
They have no BKB BZM. It's just such a tough one to make work, but they have to try.
They got Thompson, but do they got Thompson? They got the opening. Yuragi's on top of him. Seb trying to get in position, looking for the back on potential. He drops him, but immediately gets Yul straight away. It's not going to work out here for OG. The 3 of them dead, 4 of them dead. GG is called. Tundra taking the lead here, 2-0 in this best of 5 as they secure game 2. And honestly, they just continue to impress more and more. This game 2, even more convincing than game 1. Tundra, they're on form today, Fog. Their drafts look fantastic.